I like to party.
Hi, I'm Kennedy, and I also like to party.
I'm Kennedy, I party.
Hola, me llamo Kennedy y a mí me gustan las fiestas.
Okay, this is gonna be a tough question, but just answer as you will. Is torturing terrorist suspects an effective way to gather intelligence?
Is it ethical to torture a terrorist suspect to gain intelligence?
In your mind, there is no right or wrong answer.
Can you stop the video?
In my mind, it is effective, but still wrong.
That was the next question. So you believe it is not ethical?
It is not ethical.
Okay.
No.
Should the US keep doing it?
No.
I guess it would depend on the circumstances.
Is it ethical?
Are we just talking in general, or are we talking about in this
Christian ethics and morals.
Christian ethics and morals? Then as a Christian, no, it wouldn't be ethical.
You should treat a person like a person, no matter what they're doing.
Effective, but not ethical.
Yeah.
Good.
You have to, especially as Christians, we're called to love people, and that's not loving a person.
Do you think there can be coexistence between Christians and Muslims in a way that will allow peaceful cohabitation between the two religions?
Do you think there can be coexistence between Christians and Muslims in a way that will allow peaceful cohabitation between the two religions?
I think that we can both recognize, both of us being Christians and Muslims, that we are trying to peacefully exist and love one another without putting forth ideas of any sort of holy war.
So I was in Birmingham over spring break, and we got to go to a mosque, or a community center. That was a Muslim community center. And that was literally all that the imam that was there talked to us about, was how like we can have cohabitation in a peaceful manner that like is a benefit towards the community.
I don't see why we have to fight each other. And I think as Christians we can show them the love of Christ without shoving it down their throats.
What are your thoughts on the refugee crisis?
I think it's very intense right now, and there's a lot going on, and I think no decisions have been made, so it's really up in the air right now, and a lot of people think what's best, and they're just not taking into account what's best for everybody.
I don't have a problem with refugees coming over here, but at the same time, it can also be seen as a kind of a cultural invasion. If too many people come over and we just let everybody willy-nilly.
I say that it's definitely a crisis, and that there's of course many different options on how to deal with it. I think there's some are good, some are bad. I don't think it's necessarily a good thing to bring everybody into a certain country, because there's all sorts of issues with that. But I think that there still needs to be things done. It just needs to be planned out carefully.
I think there should be some kind of standards and limitations. I don't think we should just have a free and open border just because the technology of our current society is going that way.
Do you think Christians should be doing more about it?
I think in some areas Christians can be doing more. I think just being knowledgeable about it and telling people, it does exist instead of kind of ignoring the fact is something that's important.
Is the US doing enough to protect the rights of others?
I don't think you can ever do completely enough, so I'd say no, probably not.
I think in some aspects we do a fairly decent job on some fronts, and I think that on other fronts we severely lack.
I think we're doing more than what we should be doing. Just kind of like how a lot of people are familiar with the military-industrial complex, that for the way our economy is run, to be in a current perpetual state of war and causing kind of like a debt-run society, that if we keep getting into other people's business, that's going to end up backfiring on us. And sometimes we just need to keep our noses to ourselves.
We spend a lot of resources and time and money into the prevention of the attacks, but I mean it takes away from other things like social programs, schools or social security or welfare or what have you. So I think that we could do a lot better job figuring out who we are as a religion and then as a people group, and then from there we can go out and better help people.
Do you believe that?
Bush did 9/11.
Do you believe?
That Bush did 9/11.
No. No.
No.
Yes! 100%!
I think just like Pearl Harbor, that it was known it was going to happen.
I was in preschool.
So you don't?
I don't.
Okay.
Oh yeah, just, alright, real talk right now. If you look, when a plane hits, right, stuff, you hit like this, the building's supposed to go like that. That building went straight down like it was imploded.
Great.
I'm pretty sure Bush did it.
And it was an excuse to go to war with other nations. So, I think he knew about it.
Something happened, and I don't know what happened because I was not there.
Like Sam.
Did you know if you take the words that are on the side of the plane, like the symbols and stuff, and put it into Word, like a Word document, and you change it to like something that begins with W, it shows a plane and two buildings and an explosion. I told you it was meant to be used by Bush. I'll show you on my computer.
Well, there was a right and wrong answer to that one. Thank you for
I feel like I let America down.
America.
What? I'll pull it up when we get off the elevator.
That's good.